Hey, and Vera, we talk about the latest manga, comics, anime, you name it. So crack open a cold one. Let's dive in. Title of this video. Who had the best Spidey sense cinematically? This is kind of like argument, a debate video.
Our opinion.
Our opinion. Feel free to comment on it. Of course, we're going to be referencing the movies.
We're going to throw some
comic knowledge, the origin of the Spidey sense, and of course, Spider-Man's like kind of main power that we never really got to see a whole lot of dynamics until the later movies. Definitely the Tom Holland movies went into it more. But, you know, to understand a little bit here, his Spidey senses, of course, he senses danger, like most animals do. Like when you see, like how dogs can like feel like a storm coming, or they can smell cancer, they know you're sick, things like that. Right. And so with the Spidey sense, though, we're just kind of like, we have a compilation video here of all the Spidey senses in the movies, and it's Spidey sense. It's not tingling. The tingling was the catchphrase from like the old comics and the 90s cartoon. The spider sense is tingling, which he never said in any of the movies. I was kind of, could have said the line a little bit, but let's check it out here. We got Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man scene here right after he's bitten. He's in the cafeteria, and Mary Jane's walking by, and we're just kind of diving in here why these Spidey senses were in the movies and like what were the best moments. Do you have a favorite one out of the whole compilation, or do you like?
Funny, I do have a favorite. It has to be the
spoilers are ahead.
Andrew Garfield, where he's in the city fighting Electro.
Okay, and that's in this reel as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the reel.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead. Let's start it. Let's see.
Going to be a lot of pausing, so
a lot of pausing, talking, debating, kind of like things that we gotta like.
You don't get hit with copyrights and stuff.
You know, we do not own anything. If we did, our YouTube channel would be a lot bigger.
Just trying to stay within that fair use. So
yeah, exactly.
So here's the first clip.
All right.
Spider Sense started it all.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently, he did that scene right there. He did catch the food on the tray. That was all him.
I mean, it looks like it. Like there's like no traces of CGI there.
Yeah, like I think the only thing that was CGI maybe the bowl, because you know tossing it up and the food coming out of it. But like other than that, like so that was a cool scene here, and that was like the first time we ever got to see it, and definitely. That's one of my favorites because it was like the first time we ever got to see him react. We never really got to see him like react like that in the comic books per se until later on and different writers and people getting involved.
But let's kind of break the scene down a little bit though. She's walking.
Yeah.
She slips.
He senses panic, and then boom, catches the tray, catches her, and.
But what I want to note is the fact that Spider-Man's spider sense. It notes danger, but keep in mind, it noted danger for her.
And also, too, to point out as well, is with his enemies, Venom is actually immune to the spider sense. Carnage is immune. Is Carnage immune, or did they rewrite that? I want to say, I meant to ask our boy Seth about that. I want to say he is.
I want to say he is.
I want to say he is, too. I can't remember. We gotta look that one up, but definitely
Mysterio can get her. He's not immune to it.
Mysterio
can get around.
He can alter it because of his illusions and things like that. I think Scorpion isn't immune to it, but he can kind of like. There are moments that they've referenced before in comic books and in the original cartoon shows that Scorpion can kind of like. He's like one step ahead of the spider sense sometimes. It's very situational.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he's like a scorpion, so like. Spider-Man can outmaneuver him, but Scorpion, like, because, you know, the Arachnid and Scorpion, they're all cousins.
So he kind of has a sense of
his own in a way, but they never got into it. But Scorpion can, like, he can like, beat you to the punch if he wants to, because the Scorpion can, I mean, in the streets, the jungles, you know, the Scorpion's like, nah, fuck you. Stab you down. I love this scene though here in the first movie where they really broke down everything in the room. This one's one of my favorites.
mouth.
And then the fist.
I think you're pretty funny, don't you, Free?
Yeah, that's right. It was a part of it. That was a cool scene there.
So that was a really good scene, like you said. It
really broke down. Yeah.
What kind of like what Spider-Man goes through when his senses tingle. So anytime you're watching the cartoons or the movie, like he's kind of picking up on his surroundings.
Yeah, he can. It's
even to the point where it's the littlest things. And then the spitball, I kind of go back to that. He's picking up on dangers meant for other people, kind of like Mary Jane slipping. Her slipping had nothing to do with him, but he knew it was dangerous for her.
Yeah.
The spitball. That spitball wasn't meant for him, but that spitball's about to land on somebody.
And even like the spider sense in itself is a cool power to have. And humans have it too. Like it's not necessarily the spider sense.
Intuition.
Intuition. We have an intuition. Like the hair raised back on your neck, or you get those sudden goosebumps and chills. Yeah. I mean, it's in the animal kingdom. Like we have it, but to a degree, like you're like, what's about to happen? I'm not saying an explosion. It doesn't break down to like his heightened senses. Like he can, like this scene here, we're about to see. I think this is Green Goblin's first appearance at the parade or something. But this one I like the most too. He's like, And this is why I wanted to talk to you about it, because Tobey really did have a good spider sense in his movies.
I'm going to stop you right there. So the reason for the video is pretty much, long story short,
it was a Facebook post.
It was a Facebook post. And I said that Tom Holland's spider sense is more keen. And seeing that's why we're doing this video. So I said Tom Holland, his spider sense is more keen.
Is it though?
And that's why we're here.
Is it
That's
though?
why we're here. See, going through these again, I might change my mind.
Is it though?
Yes.
So play the clip. Play the clip. Play the clip. Okay, once again.
Around. Quite low.
Like something was about to happen. And this is what I was talking about before the debate, and we're going to go, because Tobey had 3 movies, Andrew Garfield had 2, and of course Tom Holland, he had the Avengers and his own movies. So there's a lot of stuff we can work. There's a lot of content here, and it's just a short compilation reel.
Oh yeah.
But my whole thing is, of course, we're going by segment, and my thing is like right there, okay? That's what I was like talking about on the post, and like, we're getting into the other clips as well. And like I said, guys, if you haven't seen any of them, if you're tuning in on our channel, or you got kids at home or whatever, and they watched just the Tom Holland movies, and you didn't put them on Tobey or Andrew, you're sheltering them. Make them watch it. Just saying, because it was really cool with No Way Home. And if you haven't checked out our No Way Home review, I'm gonna go see it again. I don't care. But take my money. And so a big debate was, like Tom Holland. I'm not saying it was the best. I just feel like cinematically, Marvel had way more money to work with.
Yeah.
Way more money to work with. But what's this next one here? I gotta remember this one.
His fight with the Green Goblin and...
Oh, the end of the first movie?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes, I know. Okay. Yep. They did have the pumpkin bombs. That's a fun fact, too. They did have the pumpkin bombs, but they got rid of them. I can't remember why. I read an article about it, but they were going to do the OG pumpkin bombs, but they got rid of it.
But my problem with that scene that we just saw, what was it a spider sense of? He didn't maneuver. He didn't make any kind of movements to try to deflect the bomb.
Yeah.
Spider-Man just has his dexterity and endurance, and just
so to
his toughness is just freaking high.
So to piggyback off of that, I think that's situational. He was exhausted and caught off guard. His spider sense senses it, but he could still mess up.
And also he saw like the full.
I think that was more of the cinematic pull to pull you in, like, oh crap. At this moment, he knew. he messed up.
Yeah.
It was one of those. So what do we got here? This one's
this is the iconic.
Yeah. Oh no.
The glider.
Speed, Spider-Man. Oh.
Oh man. And dude, I think Tobey, like, his characteristics of the Spider-Sense, I thought his intuition, like, he really was like, he painted it, like, his cinematic view of it, he really, like, and then the little zing, we didn't get that cinematically with Tom until later on in his own individual movies, and then Andrew Garfield in his movies, but like the sense of like his facial expression, because we get to see Peter do it with with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
We get to see like Peter's actual face, like,
well, we did get it with Tom Holland.
We did
once,
but
no, twice.
But like his whole face, actually 3 times, but like his was more, how do I put it? It was more like, Tobey's was more like, Tom Holland's was more like stressed, if that makes any sense. Like, he was like stressed in his situations.
So you're saying Tobey is more so...
I think Tobey had the best one.
There's danger afoot, while Tom Holland's more so like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, F this, I'm over it. And that's what I mean. Like, in our topic, like that's why we're diving into this. Yeah, that's why we're making this video.
So my question with the scene we just saw.
Okay.
I know the answer to it. I just want to know your thoughts on it. Well, I know my opinion on it. Do you think he picked up the danger of the glider, or do you think he picked up the intentions of Norman?
See, that's why I'm saying, like, the facial expressions really, really paint that scene. And that's why, we're talking about the cinematic view. And he sensed something, and, like, it's animalistic. So if he were to do it and really paint that picture for us, something was going to happen. He was going to get out of the way regardless. But seeing his facial expression, I mean, like we just said before, so we're kind of backtracking. If he's going to sense something, he can't really pick upon what it is individually. But that's where, people argue that Tom Holland does, because like everybody said, he sensed. This is the argument. Because this is the argument. This is the argument.
There's something else I want to add at the end that you probably figured out, but I just want to see if you figured it out. But go ahead.
Okay. So, like, my whole thing is, like, okay, if you haven't seen No Way Home, and, of course, we're spoiling all of this if you're tuning in, but, like, my whole thing is, like, okay, Tobey can sense the shift, too. Tom sensed it as well. And what my whole point is, like, when he senses it, he can sense the shift, but it was just cinematically better in Tom's movie. Tobey did it too. Tobey's like, yo, something ain't right. He can sense the change in Goblin as well, and he sensed it with Harry. I think cinematically, play the clip.
See, I think Norman and Harry were just acting funny, and that's what he picked up.
No, man, no.
But no. More to that. So,
all right, go ahead.
Tobey's in No Way Home.
Okay.
I finally picked up on it.
Okay.
After watching this.
Okay.
The reason him stopping Tom was so important was because we should have realized Tobey had 2 outs to the first movie. 1, jump over the glider.
I pointed that out.
Spring the webs.
Yeah.
And pull it back. Or 2, turn around and stop the glider.
Well, I pointed it out in our No Way Home video. I said each Spider-Man got to redeem themselves.
But not many people understood the redemption. Like, okay, he stopped.
Well, that's why we're telling our viewers, you got to go watch all of them. You got to go watch all of them.
He just stopped Tom. Where's the redemption in that? He could have did that in the first movie.
Exactly. And the symbolism with the glider. He could have stabbed him with the glider. He's like, not again. No. And then, of course, Andrew saving MJ, and then Tom Holland actually becoming his own Spider-Man, and his first loss, his first redemption. He's like, I can't be this. But ooh, when he puts on that black suit, I can't wait to see douchebag Tom Holland. Everybody's gonna love him. You're good.
Now we're in Spider-Man 2.
That's fine. I just realized they gave him so many. They gave him so many black films.
I don't count that.
I don't count that either.
He looked back. He heard the sirens, looked back, and then flipped.
Well, like I said, situational. I agree with you. I don't count that either because anybody's gonna be like, "Oh, f this," and like trying to do something.
This is
yes, where he's like generating that machine. Yes.
See,
okay, those are two bad ones. Those are two bad ones. Those were two bad ones. Because
everybody else looked up.
Yeah, everybody. Because he looks back at the car, he looks down at the metal, he looks at the metal roofing, and he's like, okay, those two scenes were like Final Destination. I'll give you that. Yeah. But granted, once again, it's 2002, bro. Like,
we're probably going to see some Andrew and some Toms that just
play the Peter Tingle. Here we go.
See, that was a perfect example of the
that was a good
no-look reaction.
And like I said,
with Flash was the same way. The fight with Flash, a perfect no-look reaction.
But we get to see it with Toby's face, and that's a big deal. Because we never really got. That's why in the cartoons and in the comic books, when he senses it, he's always got his mask on, and they draw the little squigglies over his head. But seeing his natural facial reaction, like really zone in, like, what is that? That's what the viewers need to see.
Also, you got to understand with spiders, their reaction to vibrations.
I forgot about that. Yeah, the actual,
is just, if a human is here, a spider is like up here.
Yes.
So, like we said with the Flash fight, when he gets into the sense, what is he feeling? What is he sensing? Because it's not the fact that he saw the fly.
No.
He heard it and heard the wings flap.
Yeah. He heard the spit. He felt that. The paper airplane.
And the ripple of the spit going through the air.
Yeah.
So it's like with that car,
I forgot about that. That's a good point with the vibration.
It's kind of like somebody walking up behind you.
You just feel that. You feel that presence,
and then probably like the shift in the glass of the diner, and just knew, oh, okay, let's move out of the way.
Well, also too, that like even though they're inside the diner too, that's a good point. The vibrations, he could feel like something getting lifted, like you just threw something 2 tons in the air. That's gonna make a little bit of a noise.
You can hear it.
You can hear it. He's like, wait a minute, what's that? And it getting hurled up. So, and even too, you can argue, you can hear if Doc Ock clink clink picked up, threw it in that direction, and that's why everybody really kind of mocks Spider-Man. They're like, man, that intuition of yours is very intriguing, which William Dafoe pointed out to Tom Holland. That was a great example. Oh, the train scene. Yeah,
the iconic
train scene, man.
His face was on fire.
Look how far. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm talking about right here. Like, stopping the trains. Because he could see.
We know if you haven't seen the first Spider-Man, you're living under a rock.
For sure.
If you know, you know.
And stopping that was a very powerful scene there.
Very, very powerful.
But yeah, and then trying to stop it, that whole scene right there is iconic. But yeah, like that right there, like, wait a minute.
But Tom hasn't had his. He has. Never mind. With the boat. Never mind. He has.
Are his Avengers Spider-Sense scenes in here, or just his movies? I meant to ask.
Yeah, I don't remember. Let's see.
Okay, go ahead.
I honestly don't remember.
What's this one here?
Play it. Oh, the symbiote.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't count that. I mean, in a way, I do, but some will argue. I mean, he's Spider-Man. The guy has it rough each and every day. He could have just conveniently just woke up. But on the other hand, yes. But if you know the lore of the Venom symbiotes, they are actually very docile race.
And they become a personality from the personality they attach
to. Like Eddie Brock, he was bent on vengeance and stuff. So of course Venom was.
Yeah, Venom was a rebel. Yes.
Yeah, until later in the comics, if you read the comics, Eddie does.
I hope we get a King in Black movie. So, I hope we do. I hope all that stuff happens. But that's for a topic for another day. Oh yes, this scene. This scene's hard. This scene. I love this scene. That one, dude. And the fact that he knew he was going to survive and walks off. I like that.
I like it. I don't count that.
What do you mean?
Let's go back and look at it.
Go ahead. Okay.
Watch his movements. Watch where... I'm calling it a pumpkin bomb. Watch where the pumpkin bomb goes.
Go ahead.
Watch his movements.
Watch.
He throws it. Never mind.
Thank you.
I give it back.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna go straight into the next one.
Get out of here.
Oh, now we're in Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, this is the train scene.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. I gotta go back and watch the Marvel.
This is his sense actually activating.
Yeah.
The water dropping. Feels the vibration of it going down the bottle.
Yeah.
Feels the distance. So we see.
I think
that the way they explained it, it is in your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of your DNA now.
Well, like I said, we're getting more into the cinematic feel of it, and as they got to play with it more, because they learned from Tobey. So as they got to play with it more, Andrew, and then of course evolved into Tom Holland movies. Yes, and I'm starting to remember the Andrew Garfield scenes now. But yeah, this was a good scene here. I think it still plays on, right? This one.
Well, they actually start to fight now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
His hand is stuck to the pole.
Yeah. He just starts reacting. What? Oh, he caught the fly.
Which he probably heard.
Here's the sirens.
Okay, it's... Of course you Okay. Again, no look. I just like those no look reactions.
That's what people want. Okay, so the viewer at home. But like I said, you got to give Tobey the really cinematic feel when he would like zone out, and then we would zone back in. He's like, all right, cool. I love that. I really like how the cinematic feel. But definitely, I get where you're coming from with the no look, like, because that's what Spider-Man does, and they really and it's all kind of coming back to me now with the Andrew Garfield movies. They did do a lot of the no look stuff, and they really over exaggerated it, but it needed to be done because Spider-Man can do these things.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. Damn.
Showing his strength. Spider-Man actually holds back, believe it or not, he does.
Yeah, vibrations. And how he sets up the web, he's in his web, like a spider should. And see, okay, pause real quick. So that scene with the webs when he sits up, they didn't really specify that scene. Because as he's setting up the webs in the sewer, that's what a spider does. When you come into contact with their web,
especially when you're setting up a trap.
Yeah, they feel the vibrations on their web and they go to it because they're majority of spiders, I want to say, are nocturnal. So when they, at night, when something hits their web, they feel the vibrations they go to, or something touches their web. So they really, him being smart, one, and two, using the actual vibrations of the webs to
find out
see.
where he is.
Yeah, and that was very smart, but also too that's a very underrated scene.
Mhm.
And yeah, I got to give that to Andrew Garfield. That was a really cool scene. I enjoyed that scene. That was a cool one. Him keeping his head down, making sure everything. That's also the no look thing. I like that.
One web shooter's broken, so he has to rely on just one. Electro section. There's like freaking 15, 20 people running up these stairs.
Yeah.
2 of them about to touch the rails. One's about to get hit by a car. And he has to figure out how to handle all this while keeping everybody safe. Here. Take care of this cop car.
Wow.
Wait a minute. So I'm going to explain the rest of that scene. So,
See, they're cutting Andrew Garfield short. Go ahead.
after he stops the older guy from getting hit by the car, he actually shoots his web with the camera. He shoots his web, grabs it, grabs the hand of the girl
And the guy.
and shoots this other web at the guy's hand and then pulls him
Yeah,
so the
so
hand does touch the web.
hand. Yeah, that was. Damn, they cut him short on those scenes. Oh
Right?
man,
That's like, but that's my favorite scene because so much
so much
went
is going.
on
Yeah, so
at
much went
one
on.
time,
So
and
much
he
went on.
had seconds to react.
And that's the power of the spider sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, I didn't mean to.
Oh man.
Oh god. Okay.
we
So we all know the
that
last
one.
scene.
We all know that one. So we talk about it in the No Way Home review trailer. We talked about it a few times. I just want to reiterate too. In the comic books, the portrayal of Gwen Stacy, she does die in that scene. But like we talked about in the No Way Home, like if she actually bashed her head scientifically,
Her head.
he wouldn't be down there holding her like that. She actually snaps her neck before impact when he shoots the web at her, and she like gets whiplash.
Yep.
And so that I digress, but that scene right there, wow, man, yeah, that was. Imagine like that's a big emotional spider sense scene because he sensed it, but he couldn't stop it. That's a big thing too. It's his spider sense can't. His spider sense is accurate, but it doesn't mean he's going to stop any event that's going to happen. He just senses it.
Yeah.
You know.
So now we're on time.
All right, Tom Holland.
The best.
Damn, he's the other half of this video. Oh no, there
No,
we're almost
it's
through.
right there.
Okay,
You're almost
I
done.
was like, wait a minute.
This is the Avengers because this is Civil War.
Okay, so they are using
yeah.
the Avenger movies. Okay,
So
cool.
This is when he was fighting Bucky and Falcon.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, I think you lost this.
But I want you to. I don't know if they actually said it or what he says before everything happens.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh God,"
That-
before he even turns around, so he knew by just the sound. Picking up his environment,
Mhm.
something was coming his way. But of course,
Hey, buddy, I think you lost this.
the strength of Spider-Man
People really
is
underestimate it.
Okay, so to give you a better understanding, so Spider-Man fights, Spider-Man doesn't kill.
Yeah.
There's a comic series where Doc Ock
I know what
takes
you're
over
talking
his
about.
body.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Doc Ock goes to fight, punches the guy in the jaw, and his jaw is hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Doc Ock came to realization he could have killed us.
Mm-hmm.
This kid has been holding back.
Well, also too when he catches also, and I think they show it. Or, well, they probably aren't going to show the Spidey sense stuff. But remember when he catches the Warlord's hammer from smashing Tony Stark? That's a big deal. He also is pulling Thanos down with the Infinity Gauntlet. He's ripping, and Thanos is strong. Anybody that two pieces the Hulk and makes him his bitch, come on. Like, so Tom Holland's doing that. Also, too, he's holding up, he's held up freight trains, like he's held up freights and things like that. His strength is multiplied. This is the thing. His strength is a multiplier. So he does have super strength, but there is a limit to it. But he can do a lot of things that people don't understand. Lift a car? No. But can he lift it slightly to get somebody from underneath it? Yes. He can't like lift it and flip it like.
Yeah, you can.
No, it depends on the car though. He has like a certain, like I said, there's a certain time limiter like cap. Like he could probably flip my car, but
He can probably flip a SUV too. I don't think the guy's flipping a tank.
but that's what I mean.
Can
That's
probably, like,
That's what I
budge
mean.
it
There's a cap. Well, remember when he wears the black suit for the first time in the comic books and in the animated series, his strength multiplied. The suit the symbiote suit amplified his strength, and he can actually pick up cars and throw them and like actually like punch through like walls and safes and things like that.
Yeah.
But he does like have a cap to his strength.
I mean, a spider can lift what, like 5 to 10 times his body weight.
They say it in the Tobey Maguire movie. I can't remember, but yeah, something like that. So think about that, like an insect, like an ant can lift 14 times its own weight or something like that. But that's the concept. That's the concept. I like this. Yeah, this is Infinity War.
But see, the thing is with the spider sense, we saw with Toby. They don't know, and he explains it in the comics. He doesn't know what's coming. He just knows something bad is coming.
Yeah.
So that spider sense, he didn't know anything was back there. He just happened to look back and was just like, oh.
The vibrations from that ship in the air, though, too. The vibrations, the feeling, like what's going on in the atmosphere. You know, humans already have intuition. Animals just go off of instinct. He has a combination of both, which is cool. But yeah, okay, so I think they're going into a lot of the Avengers stuff. So, okay, you finish this one.
Let me just say, if aliens wind up implanting eggs in my chest or something and I eat one of you, I'm sorry.
I do not want another single pop culture reference out of you for the rest of the trip. You understand?
I'm trying to say that something is coming.
That right there was good. He had a whole conversation. But the key word, he said, something is coming. So it goes back to what I just said. Spider-Man never knows what it is. He just knows it's something.
Good point. Good point. Okay. That's okay. I've watched Infinity War so many times. I like now, but now seeing it alongside the spider senses, that's a big deal. That's a big deal right there.
And it kind of goes back to what I was saying about No Way Home. It's not even in the same vicinity. He just
yes.
Something is close.
Yeah, you know? I'm just saying something's coming. Okay, okay. All right, there's that's a feather in your cap. All right, it wasn't wrong. Oh yeah, this scene.
Oh yes. They're probably not going to show.
Come on, Peter Tingle.
Spider Tingle.
You do deserve that.
And think about that too. Those drones are heavy as hell. And he's picking them up one-handed, slamming them, web slinging them together and things like that. Like my thing is though, is once again I say it's just cinematically, okay, it's just like they had more money to really explain it and show it more with Tom.
Yeah.
And they did. I'm sorry, that compilation did Andrew Garfield dirty. There was there was a lot more to those scenes.
They showed a lot. I mean, they
just showed
everything.
the spider sense, but like seeing the actual scene, how it plays out, that's what really emphasizes it. But okay.
And they also didn't show the diner.
Yeah, for Toby. That was a big thing in our argument because he felt the change. He's like, wait a minute. Like he felt the shift, and it's 2002 when that sorry, I think that one came out. That was 2007 when that one came out. No, but like my thing is
so
like,
my also on the other end, my argument was the fact that Tom felt the change in the Goblin. And they weren't even in the same room, and Goblin.
But
really
Toby was across the street. Toby was across the street.
No, but Toby already had some type of.
He was depressed. Like play that scene. Find that scene. This is something I really need everybody to understand. Find that scene. Let's see. Spider-Man 3 Diner. see. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he's sitting there talking to Harry.
Not just make sure that I don't want to sit there and watch 4 minutes of it.
Man, we got time. Just fast forward it.
Turn this back on.
Okay. This is from the Tobey Maguire series, Spider-Man 3, where Harry Osborn used the Goblin Serum and he's the new Goblin.
She says that she's lonely, that I'm not there for her.
But also keep in mind, this is after Harry got
The serum.
amnesia too.
Yeah, that too as well, but it doesn't matter. He can still.
There's another guy.
I'm holding this to a T. You guys let us know. I'm holding this to a T.
How you holding
Same
up?
thing Tom did.
You might change my mind. You might change my mind.
Watch
I'm
it.
not
Just
gonna
watch
say-
it. Just watch it. Okay, we're
Not
watching.
good. Harry, I was gonna propose to her.
Right. This is just small talk.
Really? Oh, she's been going through a tough time lately. Career. I mean, a singing waitress at a jazz club. It's not exactly what she had in mind for herself.
Fast forward.
Singing waitress.
And
She was fired.
I mean, one afternoon, troubled. She needed someone, and I was there for her.
See, he's telling. See,
I've always loved her, Pete. You know that.
with that fourth,
Just
Not yet.
started.
Not yet. Keep going.
No, but that's important to it. See, that's the emotion.
I don't believe this. I don't.
You're trying to skip my point. You're trying to skip my point.
really
That's what you're
sorry.
trying to do. No, I'm not. That's too much.
Okay,
I just thought you should know.
Emotional, but this is the scene I'm talking about, guys. Okay, keep going.
I'm not going to keep going. This is important. See, now it's getting there. It's getting there.
Okay, hold on. Okay. You guys
Warm, yeah?
let us know.
Yes, please.
Wait for it.
How's the pie?
So good.
He looks back
Yeah, wait.
because he can't believe.
Dude, that's that. I'm saying, I'm giving that a Spidey sense, bro. Come on. Dude, that's it. He felt the shift. He looked back and when he smiled, he's like, wait. And like, he felt the danger. I count that.
What I saw was
Oh my God.
my so-called best friend telling me that my girlfriend has
I
been
count
going
that.
behind my
I
back,
count that.
talking to you,
I count that.
talking
dude.
to you, and then I'm just so
First of all, we ain't
distraught
gonna be at
about
a
it.
diner. I'm gonna come to your house.
I look back and
He's
you
not a best
wink
friend.
at me like it's funny. He was going to whoop some ass. That was going to go happen.
That
That wasn't
sense.
no shift. That was
Spider sense.
angry man.
That was Spider
That
sense.
was anger.
That was Spider sense. I'm still counting that one. He felt the shift. He's.
Yeah, Harry's about to feel a shift, all right. He's about to see that other eye match.
Oh
that.
my
He's about
God!
to-
Wait! Can we don't own anything, guys. Can we? Oh man! I wish we could find the scene. I really enjoyed this scene with Tom Holland in No Way Home, where Doctor Strange astro projected him out of his body, and his body was just going off animal instinct. And he was moving around like, nope, you can't have it. Nope. Also, Andrew Garfield's basketball scene with the Flash. Pull that one up. That one's a good one. I don't know where you got that compilation ago, but that wasn't a good one.
It was the only one I can find. It was literally the only one.
You're good. Amazing
Was it the
Spider-Man
first one or the second
is
one?
the first one. The first one, basketball. Yeah. This one's a good one here. There you go. This also displays his strength, but also his spider sense. Like this is what it is.
Oh, I'm just so incredibly epic. No one can compare. Oh, really? Or
Go back to this.
Number one, Reggie Runner, buddy.
I really did.
Rejected!
You did that on purpose, Flash!
No, but I
Also
should have. You
displays
better watch your back.
as well.
Because Flash, Flash is going to have his own thing. I think Flash is probably going to have his own Disney Plus show. Possibly.
You give it up, Parker.
I would say so. Because Flash actually admits that he became a secret fan of Spider-Man.
1 sec.
Come on, man.
Why did you take it from me?
So I Flash, take it, man.
And
Call me
his
jealous,
city-
but his hair back.
So think about this though too. He can the sense doesn't just sense danger; it can also sense hostility. He can sense aggression, he can sense testosterone, like emotions, like some animals do. So his spider sense works in a lot of ways. But this right here is a prime example.
Yeah.
Just take it. Alright, how about this? Alright? How about that?
Come on, Flash. Do something, Flash. Stop playing, man. Take it from him.
Not to the ability to just stick with it.
Do it, Flash. Stop playing, man.
Flash, come on.
What you doing, man?
I bring it. Come on, Parker. Come on.
If you ever played NBA Ballers, he just brought the house down.
I'm telling you. Okay, so last one, and then we'll go into it. See if you can find the No Way Home Doctor Strange scene with.
See, that movie technically still in theaters. I'm kind of afraid to play that one.
Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. So it's kind of like any video we see is going to be like somebody with their cell phone at this point.
Yeah, quit doing that, guys. But that was a big deal too, because like I said, like he can sense hostility, like animosity. Like if someone wanted to take something from him, it's the same concept of the spider sense. So they really did crap on Andrew Garfield in that compilation reel. That's a big deal. Like they really did a lot of the theatrical movies. They really did a lot of the actual physical reactions better as the franchise went on. I think the overall sense was really, really done well in the beginning. It's always been done well, but to say Tom Holland has the best one, I disagree. I think they're all equal. That's honestly.
What?
I think
Look
they're
at
all
you
equal.
trying to. Well,
I think they're
you
all
ain't
equal.
slick. As soon as we start recording, you're gonna be like, Toby's still the best one. See,
I'll say it right now. Toby is the best one.
But you just said they all equal.
They are equal in the sense of their spider sense, but I think Toby had the most I felt the danger. I felt the emotion. I felt all of that with Toby. Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield was like, here, take the basketball. Here, take a little magic cube. Also, too, they did explain the spider sense, his emotional feel with Tom Holland. They did explain, the producers were saying, the reason why Tom Holland in Endgame, when he got erased in Infinity War, his spider sense was going overload because he could sense the overall danger, but he couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So that was probably the most emotional time we've seen Tom Holland with the spider sense. But after that, I mean, like going in.
But see, the thing is, and I was supposed to bring this up, but I didn't. We forgot about Miles Morales and the
Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse.
He really didn't. It was all animated. You can't really count it because, I mean, you can count it, but
maybe it depends. It depends.
But what I'm saying though is the animated won't portray it like the cinematic movies will, until we get a live action Miles Morales.
Well, the idea from the article I read is to keep everything the same. So if that article is correct,
whoa, keep what the same?
If that article I read was correct,
keep what the same?
We're not going to get a live action.
No, not that. So they're keeping the spider sense the same across the board?
No, I meant like
So the producers keep
live action Toby, live action.
So they're keeping the spider sense same across the board.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying it. I'm assuming.
Oh well.
So they're equal.
No, I'm saying that
So they're equal.
we're not
So they're
possibly
equal.
not
So they're
getting a
equal.
live action
So they're
Miles
equal.
Morales
So they're equal.
because
So they're equal.
it kind of plays
So they're
into
equal. So they're
the
equal.
multi Spider-Verse
So they're equal.
and stuff.
So they're equal.
But we may
So they're
get
equal.
a pullout and stuff, and we might get a live action Miles Morales.
So what you're
Very
telling me?
briefly.
So what you're telling me?
There's no telling,
So
you know.
so what you're telling me?
No, they're not equal.
They're equal.
They're not.
I did read though. I will say this. I think I read it somewhere.
In my opinion.
I did actually.
That get buckled.
Actually, speaking of Spider Sense, I read this somewhere. It was a long time ago. Don't quote me on it. But apparently, the Spider-Man that has the best Spider Sense.
29.
Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man Noir because of his detective skills and everything that he's done in his franchise, and also too.
Not only that, he doesn't use webs, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. He does have webs when he meets like the Spider Wars, but his Spider Sense is so enhanced because one, they said the time frame he lives in. He lives like in the Renaissance and the Great Depression. But two, they said his intuition was so high because of what he does in that time. And
So pretty much a Bruce Wayne got bit by the
pretty much. Yes. That's a better way to put it. Apparently he has the best one of all of them. But of course, he's going to stay animated. But I would like to see, if he were to come live action, I can see Toby doing that. I can see Tobey Maguire coming back and doing that. Because if they're going to do the multiverse with the Spider-Man and women, and Peter Porker, dude, that'd be really cool. I think that'd be really cool. So, I think Toby has the best one. Who do you think has the best one? Why?
It's more teeny. It's more sensitive.
I think that's a technicality. I just give it to the MCU, because Spider-Man was with Sony since the beginning. Sony didn't know where the hell this stuff was going. Let's be honest. 2002, 2022. We have over 20 years, or excuse me, we have exactly 20 years of Spider-Man. But if we look at how the producers did it, I'm pretty sure they were getting people on board and doing all this and that. They didn't have much to work with in 2002, surprisingly. But I think the overall generalization of his cinematic look when the Spider Sense was activated, I enjoyed that as a kid. I enjoy that now.
I'm not taking it away from him. It's just like you said, as the movies progress and they got more and more better with, animation and how to portray it, I think they gave.
They really
They
did.
gave
I'm
all
sorry.
the best stuff to Tom.
I can't say it enough. They really did shit on Andrew Garfield. He had some good moments, man, and
The only thing I pick on Andrew Garfield about is just the whole Gwen Stacy thing. Other than that, I honestly I have no beef with him.
If you talk to anybody though, like I talked to Seth about this. If you talk to anybody that says they don't like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans, it's always one thing, and it's a stupid thing. And it's not stupid, it's like a silly thing. Like you're like the Gwen Stacy thing, that was bound to happen. Like Seth goes, he doesn't need a skateboard. Peter Parker doesn't skate. Everybody I've ever talked to, they're like, I didn't like it because, and it was something like, I didn't like his suit. Or they'd be like, well, I didn't like how witty he was. Spider-Man is actually very witty.
He cracks jokes that it throws off his enemies.
Yeah, it throws off his enemies. And they specify a lot with that in the animated series and in the comic books because he's a teenager for the most part of his superhero career. And I laugh about it because like Tobey Maguire was just ahead of his time. He was such a mature Peter Parker, and like we were kids watching him, and we would get so emotional about it. But I'm like, okay, well, what the French stuff is going on? And then we get Andrew Garfield, and he's like, what's the scene? He goes, oh no, a knife. My weakness. No.
That was the carjacking scene.
Yeah, he goes, oh God.
It was the carjacking scene.
And he's just like and then when he fights the rhino in the second movie for the first time, like he jumps him in the truck and he hops up on the truck and he goes, hey, what's up? Some people call me Spidey, Webhead, Wall Crawler. You know, you can just call me Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, whatever you want to call me. And I was like, that's how Spider-Man's supposed to be. That energy pops up because I don't care. And I was actually watching that new animated series on Disney Plus. It's the newer one. But that's how he puts on the suit. He's got a whole alter ego. He's like, I'm Spider-Man, dude.
Yep.
I'm Spider-Man. I'm cool. I'm not nerdy little Peter Parker. I'm that guy. And that was super cool with that. So you're saying Tom, I'm saying Toby, but I'm really interested to see what our viewers have to say about it. And if you haven't, like if this clips, if you guys, have any input about anything, please let us know. And, you know, I'm interested to see a lot. I said it since Endgame. Actually, before Endgame. Spider-Man's going to carry the MCU a lot. For money, for any of that. Just because the kids will watch him. The grown-ups will watch him. The old men and women will watch him.
Not only that, the guy works well in groups and standalone. You could throw him in Avengers. You can throw him in Young Avengers. You can just leave it as Spider-Man.
I'm wondering it eventually at Tom Holland's career. I'm wondering if they'll ever do a live action, but Disney has to get a hold of the rights. I would love to see Tom Holland have his own live action series on Disney Plus. I would like to see like an Amazing Spider-Man live action series. I think that'd be really cool. But we won't know until whatever.
Whenever.
We just got No Way Home. We're probably not going to get another Spider-Man movie for like 2 years. And God, it feels that movie, man. That movie, dude. Oh my God.
Masterpiece.
Yeah. Like if you don't own that movie, like if I come over and you have the Spider-Man collection, you have everything but No Way Home.
There's a Spider-Man.
I could see that. But it's going to be incomplete because Tom Holland's still doing it.
Take what you can get.
Oh, I saw a funny article too, though. Closing out, but saw a funny article. Andrew Garfield actually lied to Emma Stone and kept lying to her that he wasn't in No Way Home.
I saw it. I don't know what her reaction was. They said she had just her reaction is what made it.
But for our female viewers, if we have any, women empowerment, Emma Stone is coming back to do a live action Spider-Gwen. I'm actually excited to see her sling around. I got a huge crush on Emma Stone. I've always loved her.
The Spider-Verse is just huge because you got Spider-Man.
You got Ultimate Spider-Man.
You got Spider-Gwen. You got
Peter
Silk.
Porker, 2099. Silk. You've got Petra, who's the alternate, who's the female version of Peter Parker. You've got Miles, of course. You've got, oh God, my brain hurts.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man.
I'm ready to see Madam Web, dude. I'm ready to see Madam Web, bro.
Who's gonna play Madam Web? We're gonna close out soon here, but who would you like to see play Madam Web?
Well, she died, but Betty White could kill it. No, I'm just kidding. No, not Betty White. R.I.P. to Betty White.
I can see Meryl Streep pulling it off.
She. Reason why I got a problem with Meryl Streep. 1, she disrespected martial arts. 2, she disrespected martial arts. And she's Hollywood is getting mad at the fact that superhero movies are clutching and people want to go see it. People are tired of the era of rom-coms and comedy. Like they're not bringing in the bank. Everybody wants to get buff or lean or look good and do a superhero
look at
movie.
what did you see what Idris Elba said? He was like he wants to get back in superhero movies now because he thought it was a waste of time.
You see what
now it's blowing up. Like no, I'm trying to get back. Like nah.
See what Jennifer Aniston said. She's like, I'm sick and tired of superhero movies. Like the Hollywood scene is getting sick and tired of it. But I'm like, so what? I'd rather go see 20 Spider-Man movies than your generic love story movie because they're all the same. Well, your superhero movies are all the same. Yeah, but it's funny, it's flashy, it has great colors, and it's vibrant, and it makes me happy. Unless Adam Sandler comes back and does like a Billy Madison 2 or something, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? And that's about it. Like if you're gonna, and it's weird too with the movies because you have to like stay in your lane, you know? Like anybody that's done like comedy, they kind of stick with it. Anybody that does like serious action movies, they stick with it. Like
unless you're Ryan Reynolds. You just do a little bit
Ryan Reynolds is like probably one of the only exceptions, dude. Ryan Reynolds, man.
I finally saw a serious movie he was in, Safe House, and I'm like, I didn't know that was this serious.
well, fun fact too, he's all Deadpool's also. I think Disney got a hold of Deadpool.
Yeah,
and so.
They're actually waiting on Disney to come back to see if Deadpool 3 can be rated R.
Just do it. Who cares, dude? His movies weren't even bad. So what if it's on Disney Plus? Be a little edgy.
It won't be on Disney Plus.
You got to buy or rent that.
It's going to top at the box office and it's going to go straight to DVD.
Oh, facts. But you guys let us know what you think. Who had the best spider sense? Of course, you can have your opinion. We have ours. I'm Toby.
Wait, what?
I'm Toby with the spider sense. I did it. I threw you off. Go ahead. I'm Team Toby. Go ahead.
Team Tom.
Okay. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Let us know what you think. Anime and beer. We out here. Until next time.
Peace.